Hello friends! In this video we're willing to share with you our 3 favorite easy-to-cook meals on a daily basis when we're on a long hike and out camping. We realize that these are the dishes that we most often go for and like the best. All of them are going to be vegetarian friendly, have simple ingredients based on grains and using as much of the fresh vegetables as possible. So if you're a lover of homemade and healthy food, this is a video for you. Let's get started!
For cooking all the meals we would need: camping gas, cooking stove, some pot, a wooden spoon for mixing, some water, and a little bit of salt, pepper and spices to taste. And the first meal that we are going to share will be mashed potatoes with dehydrated mushrooms, the quickest and easiest dish when you are stretched on time. First adding some salt directly to the pot. For me it's easier because I can see how much salt I added right away. But for everybody it's gonna be different. If you're an experienced cooker, you may know it already. And if you're the beginner, it will come with practice. Pour in 1 liter of water for 250 grams of mashed potatoes. For 2 people it's more than enough, but again it's gonna be different for every person. Putting it on the fire. And adding the dehydrated mushrooms first. Mixing it well. And then wait until the water boils. Slowing down the fire before adding potatoes. Otherwise, there can be danger to burn yourself by the boiling liquid. Slowly adding mashed potatoes and mixing it well until smooth consistency. Just be careful with it. Now adding some olive oil and spices to taste. Our personal favorite spices are turmeric, curry and oregano. We are the big fans of spices, as it always adds the special taste to the meal and brings it to life. We encourage you to find your own favorites. Again mixing everything well, and our dish is almost ready. Now all is left is to cut some fresh veggies. In our case it will be cherry tomatoes and iceberg lettuce. But you always can add any other of your favorite vegetables and greens. We like to add the salad right into our pot and mix it all together. This is just more convenient because you don't need any additional dishes. But you can cook the salad in the separate bowl if you like. Also, we are big lovers of all kinds of cheese. And always when we have a piece of cheese on hand, we use it in the meal. It makes the meal even more nutritious. But it is a matter of taste, and you can do without any cheese. Now it's time to mix all well one last time. And our mashed potatoes with mushrooms, salad and cheese is ready. Quick, delicious and nutritious. Indispensable meal when you have no time to waste and you're very hungry.
Our next meal is going to be the bulgur with zucchini. Again, add in the salt first. Cutting a zucchini in small diced pieces. Then add in a bit of olive oil and zucchini in the pot. You can replace it by aubergine or any other vegetable that you like better. Putting it on the high heat. And start stewing the zucchini, stirring it so that it will become softer and half ready. This way zucchini gets the richer taste when you stir them before adding grains. Stir it for 4 minutes on a medium heat. You know that the zucchini is ready when it starts to reduce in size and get in the golden color. Then add in the bulgur, around 250 grams for 2 people. You can replace bulgur with buckwheat, quinoa or any other grains that you like, and it will still taste great. Add in the spices to taste and mixing it well, leaving it on a medium heat for around a minute. When everything is all well mixed and stirred, and the grain soaked up all the spices and veggies, then it's time to add water. Again, you'll need around 1 liter. Mixing it, close the lid and leave it on the high heat till the water boils. When the water is boiling, put it on the low heat and wait until all the water evaporates and the dish is ready. The cooking time depends on many factors like what kind of cooking stove you use, weather conditions, etc. So it may be a bit different for everybody. Then cut in the tomatoes and adding them in almost ready to eat bulgur and leaving it to stir on a low heat for a minute, mixing all the time. This way the grains will soak up some juice from the tomatoes. And finally, if you love the cheese as much as we do, you can add the small dices of it as well to the meal, but it is optional. Mixing it well and the meal is ready. Healthy, nutritious meal that will give you energy for the whole day.
And the last meal we are going to share with you will be whole grain basmati, brown and wild rice with tomatoes. Quick and easy meal to make, but very delicious. First add in the salt and then rice to the pot. It's important to choose the right type of rice. Try not to use regular white round rice. It is the longest to cook and can take you up to 40 minutes. We recommend using the mix of long brown and wild rice. It is much more healthier and half time quicker to cook. This time we are putting the rice on fire and adding the water right away. But you can repeat the steps from the previous recipe with bulgur and stir it with the spices first if you like it better. We need around 800 ml of water. This type of rice doesn't require much. Close the lid and wait until the water boils on a high heat. And because this time we are cooking outside the tent, we had to use the mat to protect it from wind. We find it quite effective and convenient. As soon as the water boils, slow down the fire on the low heat and wait until all the water evaporates. And then the rice will be ready. It will be around 20 minutes for this type of rice. Cut in the cherry tomatoes for the salad. This time we've got the mix of different colors. When the rice is ready, add in the spices and olive oil, still leaving it on the fire. And in the end, add in tomatoes, mixing it well. And leaving for 1 more minute to soak up all the spices. Finally, add cheese to your taste. And it's all ready to eat. Beautiful and balanced meal that looks great and tastes delicious. And here you have it. Let us know which meal out of 3 you prefer more, leaving us a comment below. And feel free to share your own favorite meals to cook when camping. We would love to learn new tricks and techniques. Make sure to subscribe for more hiking and backpacking inspiration. And follow us on Instagram and Facebook to stay in touch. We'll see you on our next video.